This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com. Here with match number 1 in the 8-man queue with Dredge. This is a very keepable hand. I can either go an untapped temple or a tap temple into a Satyr Wayfinder or a first turn Deathrite Shaman. Probably going to go the latter, as I'm going to go for the Satyr Wayfinder to dredge stuff in the deck or to self-mill myself. So no, I'd not like to mulligan this. This is a pretty good hand. I am a little bit concerned about a first turn Thoughtseize, but if not, then we should be good to go, as the Satyr Wayfinder will hopefully find us a land off the top, because we do need to find land, but we do have time to scry. I mean, that does kind of make a case for just this first turn Deathrite Shaman. You know what? I'm actually going to go for the first turn Deathrite Shaman strategy, and hopefully I just draw into land, but this will give me another natural draw, because I don't really want to scry away a creature here, and I don't really want to scry a land away. So any draw here is pretty good information for what I want to see in my hand, or at least letting me know what I want to see in my hand with the scrying of the Temple of Abandon the following turn. All right, so Temple of Mystery. There are a number of decks that use like Rug Monsters. There's also a Bant control list. Both are pretty favorable matchups, so I'm glad that we're seeing that first turn. Again, now we've got another land, so that's fine. What I'm going to end up doing here is just Temple of Abandon, and yeah, there's no point to playing a Blood Crypt, so we will probably scry a land off the top if there's a land and keep everything else. Definitely want to keep that. That's a very good card. It is our combo piece with the Gorkon Rampager. And I am going to get in here with the Deathrite Shaman, even though I could leave it up for any sort of spell. And next turn I'm going to be able to Satyr Wayfinder and hopefully find some cool stuff in the graveyard, as well as a land. So two untapped lands, not too concerned. I'm going to go ahead and main phase the Satyr Wayfinder and see if it gets countered. And if it does get countered, I will shock myself and exile a spell. This will be a little bit annoying if it gets countered, but it's not the... Ooh, Syncopate. Alright, so I could have played a land around Syncopate with shocking myself Blood Crypt. That's fine. I'm okay with that getting countered. So I will shock myself, and that will allow me to exile this and do 2 damage. I'm just going to do it right now, so I can pass the turn and kind of conserve my time, as I did join this game a little bit late. So it's just going to be a control deck, maybe a flash. Maybe we're seeing a resurrection of the flash deck. But I'm liking my chances here, especially post board. So again, I'm just going to main phase 1 this Lot of the Troll. So again, I would like to see another land. That was a little bit hurt getting that counterspelled. See if he's got another counterspell, but at least this Deathrite Shaman's doing work if he wants a counterspell every turn. Yep, Shadow Shark. So it's good old flash deck. I haven't seen this deck in quite a while. And you know what? If he wants to make this trade, I'll make this trade. He does not. But I have a regenerate up for my Lot of the Troll. So again, I've played this deck before. I've actually piloted this deck. It worked very well against the mono black, but the rest of the matchups I actually struggled with. But I mean, with the amount of mono black running around, this might not be a terrible pick, as it's decent versus like Esper. I still found it kind of lacking versus Esper. And anyway, we will block here. So he's going to flash in something. Horizon Chimera, which we will... I'm going to discard a Reaper here. And that way we kill the Shamble Shark. And we still got to regenerate the Troll. So we're kind of trading a Shamble Shark for a Reaper, because I am going to go for like a pretty fast kill here. Satyr Wayfinder again, that is interesting. I could do it right now and hopefully get another land in the graveyard. But I think what I'm going to do is attack in with the troll. And not going to Goreclan Rampager quite yet. See, the thing is I could have, let's see, 5, and I could do 5 damage to him. Yeah, it's just going to be swinging in for 3. And we will use a satyr and hopefully find some juicy stuff. We don't. But at least it gives us ammo for our Deathrite Shaman to ping him down. And 3 cards in hand. We have Regenerate Mana up or ways to actually, or spells to actually exile to the Deathrite Shaman. So he's going to get in here with Chimera. We needed to hit a land. We still need that 4th land for the Goreclan Rampager Flesh Blood combo. But this troll is going to be very annoying for him to deal with. So I don't think he has any removal here that I need to keep regeneration mana up for. So I can just exile this Grizzly Salvage to put him down to a 10. See if we made the right play. All right, so you can flash in a few other cards. Like the +3/+3 guy. And it's tempting to Goreclan here. If I had another land in the bin, I definitely would. Because this puts him down to a 3. That's 7, 8. We could go for the kill. I just think he's got way too many tricks in his hand here. We're not going to go for the kill. What I mean by the kill is like a Goreclan Rampager and then discard the other one to the troll. And if this is a green, I'll keep it on top. This, I think I don't know. At this point, I think it's redundant. I'm going to put it on bottom. I want to draw into a green. And see if he flashes in another Chimera. That will be a bit of an issue. Because he'll be gaining 2 life per turn. He does not. He has nothing. He's playing it very safe with probably the bounce in his hand. But I just need him to tap out. Is what I need him to do. And again, the Deathrite Shaman still has ammo. I'm down to a 12 though, which is a little bit of an issue, as I know this deck can burst quite well. But I mean, this is another Grizzly Salvage. Down to a 5. Another Deathrite Shaman. I'm going to pitch that to the troll for lethal. And make him actually bounce back my stuff. So something's coming in here. I hope he taps out. Briarpark Alpha. Yeah, that is definitely going to be game. And he's going to have to... Yep. So all I have to do here is... Goreclan Rampager, the Satyr Wayfinder. And that's game. And I'll regenerate the troll just in case. Well, he's got to react to this. Right? Well, we can put a regeneration field on it. Because you can rapid. Oh, geez, I did that before blockers. Okay, so, ouch, that was stupid of me. I thought he already blocked the Lotlet Troll. So a rapid hybridization can actually get him back in this. Okay. All right, so that got my heart racing that a rapid hybridization was actually going to come down. Okay, so Abrupt Decay, probably not in this matchup. There is Boon Satyrs. He does have Boon Satyrs. The only thing I really think I need to bring in here is the Lifebane Zombies. I think Shadowborn Demons are still fine. I think Nemesis Immortals are still fine. Do you know what? Scavenging Ooze might be okay, though, in this matchup, as he's going to be providing me with a lot of fodder for creatures. I think Deathrite Shaman is still wonderful. I think Orcon Rampagers and Flesh Blood actually might not be, with the amount of bounce and little tricks that he has, it might not be the right way to go. The Reaper of the Wild does seem very, very potent in this matchup, so maybe Ooze doesn't need to be in here, and I can take out like a Gorklan Rampager. I'm going to take out 2 Nemesis Immortals, a Gorklan Rampager, and a Flesh Blood. I think that's the right line of play to go. Again, I don't know if Abrupt Decays need to come in against Horizon Chimeras, and we have, I mean, Shamble Shark it kills, and he can't counter it, which is nice, but again, I'm not too worried by the creatures he's throwing at me. I mean, well, he can bring in Ooze. You know, I am going to bring in Abrupt Decay because I do believe Ooze is coming in. In that case, Shadowborn Demon needs to stay in. The Reaper of the Wilds is fine still. Lifebane Zombies are fine. I'm going to take out 1 more Gorklan Rampager and 1 more Nemesis Immortals, and we'll see how that works. Because I highly believe that the Scavenging Ooze is going to be coming in this matchup. This is a fine hand. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. It's barely playable. I do need to find a black mana for this Grizzly Salvage. There it is. That's the perfect one. So we're just going to Temple here. And I'm going to put that on top because I do want to find stuff in the graveyard. So Ooze hurts really bad here if it was an Ooze. And now I can definitely run this Grizzly Salvage out to be countered, but I'm going to do it on his turn. So let's bait out the Shamble Shark right here so we can get a free Grizzly Salvage. No Shamble Shark. And now at the end of his turn, we can cast this Grizzly Salvage. And again, I could have gone first turn Deathrite Shaman. You know what? That probably was the play. But if he wants to syncopate this, he's more than welcome. And I'm hoping that I just draw into a natural green or natural black source next turn if he does counter this. And then Lifebane Zombie can just wreck him here. Yep, dissolve. So here we come. Come on off the top one time. Give me black. All right, another Deathrite Shaman. So what we're going to do is we're just going to Grizzly Salvage again, try to find us a black source. There it is. We can actually play that black source. Get a lot of goodies in the graveyard. Yeah, and we will play a Deathrite Shaman. So we'll make him think we needed that land, even though we didn't need it. We actually have the mana for the Shadowborn Demon. Again, this Deathrite Shaman now has a lot of ammo in the graveyard. And it's tempting just to make him react, but Flash Deck, they of course just flash everything at the end of my turn. So very tempting just to drop into a Deathrite Shaman and just start exiling stuff. That's a lot of damage. Because if I run this Lifebane Zombie into another counterspell, I could bait it out attacking you with the Deathrite Shaman. If he counterspells this, he loses a turn. Dissolve, Syncopate, 5 cards in hand. You know, I really do think the right play here is just to run out of Deathrite Shaman. And I guess I could have scryed there. All right, see if I get punished for like a Horizon Chimera coming down? Yes, I do. So maybe I should have just ran that counter spell. Again, I've got these activations with Deathright Shaman that's going to make me be able to use my mana. But I'm not in any real danger right now. I mean, they just do try to ping you down, ping you down, ping you down. He's got 5 mana up. All right, so this is going to definitely make some Boon Satyr. Ouch. This could no, this can be fine because this is going to allow me to Shadowborn Demon it. So I will shock myself here. And we will take out that Horizon Chimera. And now we can easily just tack in with... No, we can't attack into anything because he'll just block it. And how many creatures we have? 1, 2, 3... We have 4 in the graveyard, so I will have to sacrifice a Deathrite Shaman, but I definitely think that's worth it. And there's one of the cards that actually is hard for us to deal with, the Horizon Chimera. And we will make this trade to make him use his ban on my turn. So he's going to Simic Charm it here, or he's going to do the Briarback Alpha. That's fine, because again we absorb that damage, and we still kill that thing. And now I don't have to sacrifice a creature. I'm so okay with that. And now I get information with a Lifebane zombie, which then can block his Briarpack Alpha. So we're sitting very pretty. We're only a couple of top decks away from really, really punishing our opponent. Oh, kind of a one-turn kill. So if this Lifebane zombie finds something juicy, it finds Dissolve, Cyclonic Rift. Now we have a threat out, though. I mean, I could just blood this Briarpack Alpha, knowing that that's what... that's probably the right line of play. Because then it allows me to know... Well, I could always just Flesh Blood. Dissolve, Cyclonic Rift. And we'll just use this mana to exile creatures. I don't think I need to really put him on any sort of clock. Because even though exiling his creatures out of his graveyard takes care of, or makes my Night Howlers a little bit weaker. He's going to Simic Charm here. He's got another one. So you top deck another Briarpack Alpha off the top. Again, that's fine, because now I can't dissolve whatever I draw into. And I get absorb that 2 damage. He's got 2 3/3s now. And I get to exile 2 creatures from his graveyard, putting me back up to a 14. Which, with a deck that does just try to temple you out, this is huge. And eventually, like I said, I'll draw into my big meanies. And I mean, I could actually resolve a Jared here. I mean, you could always Cyclonic Rift. I did not want to see that. So we'll play a Satyr Wayfinder. At least he can chump block. Get some more guys in the bin. I think I will cast a Jared here. And we can shock ourselves. And do we actually win? How many stuff do I have in the graveyard? I mean, I could blood here and just do an insane amount of damage. Let's see, but because I do have 2 mana open. But a 10/10 is going to be very hard for him to deal with. It might force a Cyclonic Rift on his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's still off from actually Cyclonic Rifting for a ton, or for an overload. But this 10-10 wall that he's got to deal with is going to be a bit of an issue. I'm hoping I just bait out a Cyclonic Rift, and then he has Dissolve up. Which at this point, even the Flesh Blood on a Satyr Wayfinder is getting quite potent, as it will make a 5/5 and kill off a Briarpack Alpha. Okay, cool. That's fine. So he's going to keep up the Dissolve mana. He's got 1 card, 2 Dissolves. And that completely gets rid of a potential blowout. So end of turn, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to exile a land for a black. And then exile this instant or sorcery to put him down to 15. And hopefully we draw into something besides a land. No, we don't. So tempting just to Flesh Blood here, because it'll beat out a Dissolve. Ay. Well, we got to run this guy into a Dissolve. I might just get beat from the tempo. Drawing into these lands is definitely not helping. Yep, he's got 1 Dissolve and 1 other card in his hand. So not going to make any blocks here. Make him react. Puts me down to a 2, but I can just exile 2 cards, which I think at this point is worth it. Which, Satyr Wayfinder's fine. And sure, Liping Zombie's fine as well. Put me back up to healthy 6 again. And 1 more Dissolve in his hand. Oh, come on. Well, we'll get this out of the way. Jeez. Magic does not want me to win today. Flesh Blood. Well, I'm going to get this last Dissolve out of his hand. I hate to get rid of another black source, but we have another one in our hand. And get that last Dissolve out. Putting him at 1 more card. And at this point, I think I might need to just sacrifice a Deathrite Shaman. A Skylasher. So he's out of cards, completely out of cards. And he scries and puts it on the bottom, so he's not liking what he sees. Why in the world are you bringing a Skylasher? Oh, I guess it's just got the... Okay, so I'm going to actually double block the Skylasher. Keep my guys alive. All right, I lose 1, but I'm gonna get rid of 2 more cards out of my graveyard. And go down to a 4 with 1 Deathrite Shaman. And hopefully not another land. Night Howler, that's perfect. So I will just dump out a Night Howler. It's an 8/8. Yeah, I do not believe that I mess around with a blood quite yet. I'm going to go for a kill next turn. Jeez, I kind of just want to kill off one of these Briarpack Alphas. I'm going to give it 1 turn. Well, if he has any sort of bounce, yeah, I have to do this. You know, I have to do this defensively. Because he's still on a pretty fast clock. I can get Jared back and cast Jared. He didn't know what was on top. It's just a land. Now the blood's looking awesome. So most top decks are good here. Lava Troll's going to be fine. Definitely just going to cast Mr. Troll. And he's on a fast clock with the amount of exiles that I have with Deathrite Shaman. And he draws into another land, so he gets a little bit land flooded there at the end. But I mean, at turn 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's not too bad. He's gone through half his deck with only 9 lands. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and get rid of a Dissolve. Put him down to 4. And this is game, because he has to block the Night Howler. And then I just exile 1 more instant or sorcery. Alrighty, so there's match number 1. This has been Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com and GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.